Hello! We are going to winterize this rain barrel system. So the first thing to do is to drain the rain barrel itself. So in order to do that, we're going to disconnect the pipe to the pump by pulling that up and pulling this out. And then we're going to open this valve. There's this yellow lock, so just make sure that's up. And then we're going to open it. And out comes the water. So that drains the barrel. This white pipe being disconnected also helps drain the system over here. This is the pump. It has a swivel valve on it here. So we're going to disconnect that so we can make sure there is no water in the pump. So swiveling, off it goes. You can see a little bit of water came out there. And then next we're going to go outside, and there's a hose going to the main irrigation. This is the hose, this black and blue is the main irrigation. So I might need two hands for this. There we go. I loosen this pipe, and there it goes. You can see there's all that water in the irrigation system. That will drain that, and also will drain this pipe. So coming back inside, you can see lots of water coming out. Over here, I'm going to disconnect the other side of the pump just to make sure there's no water in there. And then the pump, I'm just going to flip around just to make sure it drains. I want to get water out of this silver part. So that is all the drainage parts. The next thing to do is to disconnect the battery. So we'll disconnect the battery there, and then we'll take a wrench, looks like 11 millimeters, and just loosen these bolts. Again, this is easier with two hands, and this will disconnect the solar charger to the battery. And then we want to save these bolts so you can use them again next year. So just reattach them there, and then I'm going to disconnect the other battery terminal. Okay, so now we have all the nuts and bolts, and now it is safe to remove the battery and store it inside somewhere that's heated, warm part of the house. And that's all for winterization. Just make sure to put the cap back on the system, and we should be all set.